Namaste. Good evening to all. Myself, Murli PG, will have the class today under Unacademy related with the YouTube class. With respect to this class topic is molecular biology. My dear students, welcome to the class. On behalf of Unacademy, we introduced many courses with respect to first class category, and you can have these classes or courses. You can attend the classes by subscribing for first course. You will get a subscription with respect to first course. Use my code KCET Murali to get 10% off regarding with the plus class fees. Okay. And what are the major important feature of plus class? Here comes premium content at affordable price, structured like courses, quizzes at regular intervals, batches for complete preparation, and test series for DPPs, single subscription for unlimited access. So everything is under single plus subscription. And what are the important features here? 20 plus top educators are engaging these classes, 10 plus batches are running, 250 plus courses already submitted, and 2000 plus lessons are added, and many more added every day. So during the time of your plus course submission or subscription, use my referral code KCET Murali to get 10% off regarding with price plan. So this is the pricing plan for 1 month, and 1,500, and to that you will get 10% off by using my code. Okay. And this is the pricing plan for 3 months, 6 months, etc. Then these are the plus batches, under which Rankers batch, Champion batch, Kannada batch, and Mistros batch. Remember, in all these batches under plus subscription, you will get detailed theory, MCQ, doubt clearance, and mega quiz. Okay. Myself, I am engaging with the Rankers batch, then Champion batch, Rankers batch, then Kannada batch, and also Mastros batch. Okay. So during the subscription, how to do the subscription? You have to select Unacademy Learners app from the Play Store, install it, under search go to State CET, under which Karnataka CET, and you can select the batches. And also we introduced a daily T20 free practice test for Karnataka CET, and here comes daily test 20 questions in 20 minutes, live test and leaderboard ranking. Evaluate your performance, attempt later multiple times, practice regularly, and gain confidence for your exam. Available for free, so you can have this class in a more precise manner. So as a result, you can acquire more questions from our side for your good confidence to face the Karnataka CET exam. And test series, how to attempt a test series. Here comes the procedure for that. Okay, by this brief introduction, now I am entering to the one of the important KCET topic. It is the molecular biology. So let us have the discussion of questions now, one by one question with the answers. Okay. So molecular biology is one of the important chapter under genetics. So principle of inheritance and variation we already discussed in yesterday's previous class, and today let us have the one of the class. It is the molecular biology. My next class will be on 17. The second part of the molecular basis of inheritance is going to be discussed on that 17th of this month. Okay. Today let us start with our discussion under molecular biology. First question: Which additional group is present at the second position of the ribose sugar in RNA? So ribose sugar is a pentose sugar, and in the case of RNA it is called ribose sugar. Why it is called ribose sugar? Because of the presence of additional OH group in the second carbon. Second carbon contains extra OH group that gives oxyribose nature to the pentose sugar, and because of this reason RNA is less stable. RNA is less stable. Okay, so RNA is less stable because of this reason. So which additional group is present at the second position of the ribose sugar in RNA? That is OH terminal. Then second question. Good evening to all. Welcome. Second question. Thymine is also called what? It is also called this alternate term for thymine. It is called 5-methyl-uracil, because instead of thymine it is present in DNA. Coming to the point of RNA, it is the uracil, isn't it? In the case of RNA, it is uracil. So thymine is also considered as 5-methyl-uracil. Okay, 5-methyl-uracil, because in the DNA the pyrimidine is the thymine. Coming to the RNA point of view, the nitrogen base is replaced with the uracil. Yes, Ritika, welcome to the class. Namaste. Hi. Next question number 3rd. So second question, it is 5-methyl-uracil. Now, the third question will be, in the DNA molecule, if cytosine is 18%, cytosine is the pyrimidine. So pyrimidine, it is 18%. Then the percentage of adenine is a purine. It is how much? So adenine is a purine, pyrimidine is cytosine. So cytosine, it is the pyrimidine. This is the purine, adenine. So here it is about how much? 13. The third question, it is about 32%. 32%. Okay, it's not 18%, it is 32%. So right answer for third one, it is B. Next, fourth question. In A, B, C, D and Z forms of DNA. Of course, we know that DNA is negatively charged particle and DNA is of double helix. So what about the nature of this left-handed helix? So left-handed helix and right-handed helix. The helical formation of the two strands of polynucleotide chain with respect to DNA, polynucleotide strand with respect to DNA is helically bound with each other in left hand direction and right hand direction. So A, B, C, D and Z form of DNA. Out of these 5 different types of DNA, which one is going to exhibit left-handed helix, helical fashion of arrangement? It is a Z form of DNA. Z form of DNA will going to have left-handed helix. Then find out the number of base pairs in E. coli DNA if its DNA is number of base pairs. Okay, E. coli DNA is if its DNA length is 1.36 millimeter long. So this question is directly there in our textbook, isn't it? So it is about 4 into 10 to the power 6 base. So if you are going to calculate, what is that calculation? Number of base pair into distance between two base pair, consecutive base pair, gives length of DNA. That is the total calculation. So how to find out? Base pair number of base pair into distance between the base pair, that gives length of DNA. Okay, length of DNA is equal to number of base pair into distance between the base pair. That is the 4 into 10 to the power 6 base pair. Then next question number 6. Arginine and lysine are A protein and are found abundantly in B. What is it? So arginine and lysine are dash proteins. Basically it is what? Acidic, basic, neutral, etc. and found in maximum percentage in which component? So sixth one, right answer is A. Arginine and lysine are basic proteins and these are the basic amino acid. You can say that amino acid. Okay, basic amino acid and part of the histone protein. So histone protein is made up of what? Arginine and lysine. Yes, Lahari, welcome to the class. Jyotika, welcome to the class. And Lahari, your answer is right for fifth one, A. And for the sixth one, it is right answer is which one? It is B. So remember, arginine and lysine are basic amino acids, part of histone protein. Next question number 7. Today I added 25 questions. Okay. Next question number 7. Lightly stained part of chromatin which remains loosely packed. It is called what? It is called heterochromatin. So if you take a nucleosome model, there comes a euchromatin and heterochromatin, isn't it? So euchromatin is what? Loosely packed, lightly stained. Okay. Then transcriptionally active. That is the nature of euchromatin. What about heterochromatin? Densely packed, darkly stained, and transcriptionally inactive. This is the heterochromatin according to the difference. Anyhow, the right answer is A, euchromatin. Then, in Griffith experiment, in transforming the experiment in search of genetic material, what would be the effect of following conditions on mice? Which is the choose the correct option for effect on mice. Correct option. So 8th one, right answer is B. Yes, Shreyas, welcome to the class. Your answer is right for the question number 6, B. Okay. Now I am in the 8th question. 8th question, it is B is the right answer. Refers to A survived, B dead, C survived and D died. So live, rough, non-capsulated. It won't cause pneumonia, so mice lived, survived. And smooth capsulated will going to produce attack the mice with pneumonia and Streptococcus pneumoniae. Live, smooth, capsulated, live strain. So live, smooth strain, isn't it? It will going to kill the mice. And heat killed the smooth. And survive. because genetic material is still live but cells are dead. So dead cells. So mice live and survive. But when heat killed is mixed with the heat killed smooth is mixed with the live of mice died because of the transforming principle. Here what happens? The genetic material of heat killed smooth cell Streptococcus pneumoniae, that genetic material will convert live rough strain into smooth strain, and as a result of that the pneumonia fever will going to occur in the case of mice, and mice will going to die. So right option is B for the question number 8. Okay. Then, who gave an unequivocal proof that DNA is the genetic material? A good proof with the genetic material is DNA. It is Alfred Hershey and Martha Chase. Usually we are telling it as Hershey and Chase experiment. Hershey and Chase experiment, where we can observe the involvement of that phosphorus and sulfur, isn't it? Radio labeled material is going to utilize Hershey and Chase experiment. So that is one of the proof with respect to DNA is the genetic material. Okay. Next question number 10. What was unique in Griffith experiment? Unique feature of Griffith experiment, it is something from dead organism could change the living cell. Something from dead organism. Smooth strained Streptococcus pneumoniae is dead, isn't that strain, that bacteria cell is dead, but genetic material is still going to show the active nature when it gets the contact of living cell. So something from dead organism could change the living cell property from non-virulent to virulent. Okay, from non-causing pneumonia to causing the pneumonia. So that is what the unique feature with respect to the Griffith experiment. Yes, Ritika? Yes. Okay. Next, the question number 11. Which group present in RNA nucleotide is very reactive and makes RNA liable, means it is not stable, liable, and easily degradable than DNA. Why RNA is less stable, very reactive? What is the reason behind that? It is the second carbon is having additional OH group on ribose sugar that will brings about very reactive nature to the RNA, and as a result their RNA is liable for different reactions and degradable easily than DNA. Okay, so right answer is B for 11th one. Then 12th one. So 12th question number 12. Yes. Yeah. DNA and RNA both have what? Adenine, guanine, cytosine, uracil, phosphate. DNA ಮತ್ತು RNA ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವುದು ಯಾವುದು? Phosphate of course, adenine of course, cytosine of course. Which is the right one? No, isn't it? DNA and RNA, adenine. So 12th one answer is D. Refers to adenine is present, guanine is present, cytosine is present, and phosphate of course is present. And second and fifth. Yeah. DNA and RNA both have cytosine. Sorry, not that one. Here, this is not adenine is absent, is it? ATGC. Thymine is replaced by uracil, isn't it? Yeah, uracil. So uracil is not there in DNA, but RNA is having uracil, so it is not right. What about first one? First one, adenine is present in both DNA and RNA. Guanine, yeah, that is right. Guanine is present. Cytosine is present. Phosphate is present. So 1, 2, 3rd, 5th. 1, 2, 3rd, 5th. It should be 5th, okay? 5th. So right answer is D. Am I right? Yeah. Next question number 13. Which of the following molecule is most susceptible for UV radiation? Highly inactive for UV radiation. So 13th one, RNA, DNA, both RNA and DNA, protein. This one, RNA. Because RNA is highly reactive, less stable. Of course, DNA also shows mutation, but it is not like that of the rate of mutation or susceptibility with respect to RNA versus that UV radiation. So right answer is A for 13th one. 14th one, DNA dependent DNA polymerase catalyzes polymerization in which direction? So 14th one, it is C, 5' to 3' direction. So that is the catalysis of polymerization of DNA, means transcription, sorry, replication. Replication is in 5' to 3' direction continuously. That is one leading strand. The other one is from 3' to 5' direction. That is the lagging strand. Their auxiliary fragments are going to be produced. Yeah. Next, question number 15. And that auxiliary fragments later joined by ligase, DNA ligase. 15th question says that here deoxyribonucleotide triphosphate serve dual purpose. The purposes are as follows. Choose the correct option. Acting as substrate, acting as enzyme, provide energy for polymerization and increase the rate of reaction. So 15th one, the right dual purpose. So we have correct first, acting as substrate and also providing energy for polymerization. So right answer is D. First and third options are right. Then heavy DNA can be differentiated from normal DNA by which centrifugation technique? So DNA, that is under the explanation for semi-conservative replication, in that heavy DNA molecule is replaced by light DNA strands. So by using which kind of centrifugation? It is cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. Cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation is the right answer, and by that we can differentiate normal N14 DNA from hybrid N15 DNA. Match the following. Here I given different enzymes: topoisomerase, DNA ligase, DNA ligase, primase, telomerase. What is the function with respect to the enzymes? So 17th one, right answer is, I think in the next page it is coming. Right answer is D. So D refers to what? For A, just a minute. Topoisomerase, that is what relaxes DNA from its supercoiled nature. Then DNA 3, 4, 5, yeah. DNA ligase relieves strain of unwinding by DNA helicase. This is a specific type of topoisomerase. DNA ligase re-anneals the semi-conservative strands and joins auxiliary fragments of the lagging strand. Then primase provide a starting point of RNA for DNA polymerase to begin synthesis of the new DNA strand. And telomerase lengthens telomeric DNA by adding repetitive nucleotide sequences to the end of eukaryotic chromosome. That is a telomere. So right answer is D for question number, I think 17. Yeah. Next, 18th question. Free AOH of RNA primer provide the initiation point for the DNA polymerase for sequential addition of deoxyribonucleotide. Identify A. What is that? A site. So it indicates 3' OH of RNA prime. Okay? 3' OH. Yes, yes. Welcome. Next question number 19. Minus sign and plus sign for DNA strand stands for what? Minus sign and plus sign. It is right answer is non-coding strand and coding strand, template strand and non-template strand, anti-sense strand and sense strand. So all of the above. So first A, B, C, A are right equivalence with the plus sign, minus sign usage for DNA strand. Okay. Next 20th question. Yeah, there is another 5 questions. Okay. Yeah, Manoj, welcome to the class. All is the right answer for last question number 90. Now 20th question. Monocystronic transcriptional unit code for what? It is not polycystronic. In the case of prokaryotic transcriptional things, that it is a polycystronic. In the case of eukaryotic transcriptional unit, it codes for the structural gene codes for a single polypeptide or that protein chain or character. So 20th one, right answer is single polypeptide. Monocystronic transcription unit will give single polypeptide. If it is polycystronic transcription unit, that codes for many polypeptide. Okay, polypeptide. Yeah. So for 20th one, A is the right answer. 21st, a gene that takes part in synthesis of polypeptide. It is called what? Regulatory gene, operator gene, structural gene, promoter gene. If you take a lac operon model, lac operon, another important question in the theory and MCQ. So lac operon model, Jacob and Monod. It is also called Jacob and Monod, isn't it? Jacob and Monod operon. So 21st, it is B is the right answer. Structural gene. So in the lac operon, Y, Z, A. Structural gene is there that codes for different enzymes. So a gene that takes part in the synthesis of polypeptide. Polypeptide means amino acid. Enzymes are made up of amino acid. So right answer is B for 21st question. Then 22nd, hnRNA, that is heterogeneous nuclear RNA, undergoes additional processing called what? When inside the nucleus, this hnRNA is going to have additional phenomena that is called spliceosome reaction. And after, sorry, not spliceosome, it is having covering of 5' and then 3' end. 5' guanosine triphosphate, guanosine residue is added. In the 3' end, we can observe the addition of polyadenylation, addition of adenyl group. So here it is the 5', this is the 3'. Here we can observe guanosine triphosphate, GPT, and here poly A tail is there in the 3' end. So the heterogeneous nuclear RNA, now it is considered as matured mRNA, and this will going to enter into cytoplasm where the protein synthesis will be there, protein production in the ribosome. That is the thing of that particular capping and tailing. So why capping and tailing is there? It is important to give the protection to that mRNA in the cytoplasm, because other enzymes will be there to act on that one, and also this 5' to 3' direction, or sorry, the 5' capping and tailing phenomenon in the 3' end will ensure complete translation or protein synthesis in the case of that particular eukaryotic gene translation. But this capping and tailing is absent in the case of prokaryote. Okay. Thanks, Ritika. Next question number 23rd. Methyl guanosine triphosphate is what? Methyl guanosine triphosphate. Just now I said it is a nucleotide used in capping phenomenon in the 5' end. Capping in 5' end of mRNA. Okay. Next question, number 24. Another one question is remaining. Yeah. Starting codon is prokaryotes codes for what? Starting codon is in prokaryote. Okay. In prokaryote codes for what? So 24. It is formyl methionine. First codon is AUG, that codes for methionine amino acid. It is the formyl methionine. So AUG codes for methionine and it is a start codon. It is also considered as start codon. So it will going to start with respect to translation phenomenon. And last question, which of the following pair is correctly matched with respect to their functional quality? There is anticodon site of tRNA molecule that contains complementary bases to triple codon on mRNA. On mRNA. Okay. On the mRNA. Should be mRNA. So right answer is D for 25th. So thank you, my dear students. So let's crack KCET Intern Academy. You can join the bus course, so you will get enough amount of all the required things from our side: detailed theory, MCQ, doubt clearance, and mega quiz. Okay. During the subscription, use my code, referral code, that is what KCET English, and to get 10% off. Okay. And we also introduced different plus courses. Yeah, plus batches. These are batches. In that under Mestos batch, then Kannada batch, and also Rankers batch, and engage in the classes. Okay. And also we are with the daily T20 free practice test for your benefit. So thank you. See you again in the next class. Good night. And my next class will be on 17th of this month. And the topic is once again molecular basis of inheritance part 2. Okay. So thank you.